Hey there guys, and welcome to another FPV guy video. Today I'm out here with Val, one of my buddies, and like me, he likes to tinker with stuff. Or let's be real, he likes to tinker a lot more than I tinker. And what he's been messing with is building single propeller microcopters. I don't want to say quads because they're really mono flyers, and I've seen that a couple of times on Kickstarter, and I've also seen it at CES and NAB, and they're like major project. But you're just kind of going around tinkering in your garage and making these things.
Yeah.
And let me show you what's going on here. He's basically has a vision to fly a single EDF, and he's getting really good at it. And what he does is he controls the airstream below the EDF to balance the aircraft and creates this is a nano fan right here. But you have made I love the teeny little ones because I can fly them everywhere. But you built bigger ones, smaller ones.
Yeah, so the largest that I went is a dual 70mm fan, and the smallest so far that I'm working right now is a 30mm fan. So we have some larger ones and some smaller ones.
And you have a huge one right here.
So this is a 64mm fan, and it has larger nozzles for thrust vectoring with a GPS and a little one-axis gimbal. And so yeah, this is a larger.
And again, you have the thrust vectoring down here.
Yeah.
So they each are attached to a servo, and these leaves essentially direct and balances your thrust.
Yes.
And I see you got a little extra carbon fiber thing here, so a little bigger footprint when you land.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always challenging to land them because of the center of gravity being a little high. They usually tip over, so just to minimize that a little bit, we have some extensions.
But this one is much more sophisticated than what I've seen from you before. I noticed up on the top here, you have a GPS antenna, so you basically got GPS hold on this thing.
Yes, GPS hold, return home, so it's pretty cool. It also has the barrel, and GPS gets activated together, and then return home, if you want to activate it, it just comes home and, you know, makes you happy.
Well, that's always nice when it comes back.
Yeah.
I like up here on top, you also have a little camera platform here, so we're going to try to stick a camera on and get a little flying video with it.
Absolutely.
And
they tilt a lot. So these units tilt a lot when they go, I mean, especially against wind and high speeds, it almost tilts to like 20-30 degrees. I have units actually that can go horizontal, and you know, the flight controller tilts and it goes horizontal, but this is not one of those, but it still tilts a lot. So for the camera not point direct down, so when it tilts it corrects the camera and it always shows straight forward when flying.
So now, how did you get started on this?
So this started as a project on EDFs. So I kind of like jet engines and EDFs, high RPM impellers. So I just wanted to make an EDF fly, and I just wanted to make an EDF fly other vehicles too. I mean, I just wanted an EDF to be able to fly, and if I stick it on something, I wanted it to be able to fly an airplane or something else. So that started like that, and I just built the independently flying EDFs, and the design just evolved as I went forward because of aerodynamical needs to be able to beat the wind and get to high speeds and create stability.
But the one thing I see, and let me hold this up to the camera a little bit if I grab this. If I hold this right here, you guys can really see the EDF is right up on top here, and you have the exhaust down here. What I really noticed with these, they don't go as far or as fast as you would expect. Yeah,
they don't go as fast as an EDF jet, of course, because of the design, but they go pretty fast when you tilt it forward quite a bit without stalling it, which there's a 50 degree limit on the flight controller, but because of the aerodynamical design it goes a little more than that.
Okay.
It probably goes like 20-30 degrees max, so you can go up to pretty decent speeds.
But still, I mean, and the reason, like the little Nano, it's pretty windy today. We had hoped it wasn't going to be windy.
Yeah.
But it's pretty windy, and the little Nano is really not a great flyer in this wind. And the reason is, of course, because even when you are, let's say, 45 degrees, we have an enormous amount of drag.
Yeah.
Like we have to drag all this through the air.
Absolutely.
Compared to a typical mini quad that's almost flat.
Yes.
And accelerates much faster. So this is a slower acceleration, but it's incredibly cool to watch. I mean, it's just so out of this world, so surreal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert in quad flying, and I have flown some racing quads a couple of times. I didn't really fly them fast, but in terms of speed, I believe today's flight, you'll see how it can hopefully beat the strong wind and go around a little bit faster than what you can really vision on the camera when you see it.
Now, you have a website.
On my website, I have monofan.com, and that's actually directed to my Facebook. And it kind of acts like my website because I put all my extra time and energy on this. I really don't have any time to deal with anything else, my family and this and my work. So I have my Facebook page, and anybody who wants to check some units and videos there, they can go there. And I have a YouTube account, which is
so let's put a link to the YouTube down in the description.
Absolutely.
So if you guys click on description below here, you can see the link to Val's YouTube and kind of get an idea of some of all the cool things he's flown. And we've kind of been looking at this. I've known you now for a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
And it's watching him develop this concept. They just get faster, more stable, and less crashes.
Yeah, crashes are a part of my life, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not crashing stuff, you're not having fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
that's what brings, I mean, that's how I see it. Universe telling me that what I built is not good enough. So that there's no other way to tell it. The universe tells you by crashing it.
So yeah, so I know some of the things you built was not good enough.
Absolutely, absolutely. I had so many bad things. Yeah, you know that, you experienced it firsthand. And against that, this Nano is, for example, a carbon unit. So I probably crashed this same unit maybe 20-30 times while developing it, and pretty much nothing happened to it. So going forward, all units are going to be carbon, hopefully, the future units. So I call this the indestructible Nano. So I can just throw it here now and nothing.
I've got friends that would prove you wrong on the indestructible part. So
I totally know that you can stop on it and break it, or you can crash it on the concrete and break it. But in normal circumstances, if you're being careful with the unit flying in the countryside, so it should make you very happy. It made me very happy that I didn't lose any servos or even one impeller on this one while I crashed it. So
that's awesome. So you guys, make sure you click below for subscribe. Also click in the bottom to find the link to Val's website, and do subscribe on his site or on his YouTube if you're at all interested in monofans, because he's the geek that just kind of like fiddles them together and make them fly.